Research has raised $10 million in an oversubscribed funding round to advance its pioneering retinal cell therapy, Eyesight RPE. The Bengaluru and Delaware-based biotech company will use the capital to complete its phase 2 clinical trials in India and prepare for an IND filing with the US drug regulator. Early trials for patients with dry age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness, has shown promising improvements in vision with no serious side effects. Backed by strong investor confidence, Eyestem is now positioning itself as a global leader in cell therapy with the potential to redefine treatment outcomes for millions. Joining me now to discuss this further is Jogan Desai, the founder and CEO of Eyestem. Jogan, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, Eyestem has just raised $10 million in a heavily oversubscribed round. If you could sort of tell us what it is that you do at Eyestem and what will be the key priorities for deploying this fresh capital?
Yeah, thanks for having me here on Startup Street. What we've done is taken a long-term bet on the direction of medicine that is going to happen over the next 10 years. We believe that in the next 10 years, a lot of diseases that are currently incurable will start becoming treatable. And we will need there is a huge need for those incurable diseases to be treated at prices which what I call the bottom 99% can afford. So we've started with the Eyesight RPE for dry age-related macular degeneration. It's the largest cause of incurable blindness for people above 50 globally. There's no cure that can reverse vision loss, and we are, as you said, we've seen some fantastic results in our phase 1. The money goes towards 2 or 3 things. One is obviously completing our phase 2 in India, so getting to an IND in the US, and creating a platform from which a virtuous product cycle can emerge, which can lead to our 10-year strategy.
Sure. You've completed phase 1, as you pointed out, with encouraging results, and you're preparing for phase 2, right? So what makes Eyesight RPE stand out compared to other global clinical trials in this space?
So we've got 2 main competitors in this space. One is Roche, who bought out a company known as Lineage Therapeutics, and the other is Astellas, which recently announced some results. We believe, as of now, that in science, data speaks, right? Everything else is it doesn't matter. So as of now, our phase 1 data has a significantly better safety profile than everything else that is reported, and in efficacy, we are a little bit better. So we're hoping we can capitalize on that during the phase 2. One of the things that we've done really well is figuring out the exact fate of the cell, which takes a significantly large amount of time to understand, and how to deliver it surgically in a way in which there are less complications. So these are the 2 things that really make us stand out, and we hope our phase 2 will demonstrate that as well.
And you know, what's the current status of phase 2, especially when it comes to approval in India, and how soon do you plan to file for an IND with the US FDA?
We hope to get approval for phase 2 in the coming weeks. It takes a little bit of time. There's a subject expert committee in India and so on. So that should happen in the next coming weeks. We aim to file for the US IND in June of 2026. Once we have substantial data available from our, of course, phase 1, but also a little bit of data available from phase 2 as well.
Sure. And, you know, looking ahead, how do you envision Eyestem's platform evolving beyond Eyesight RPE? Are there sort of plans to expand into other incurable diseases?
So that's an excellent question. So this is how we started, right? We said we want to get at incurable diseases with large patient populations. So our next step is a disease known as retinitis pigmentosa, which is a disease that affects kids. There you lose the photoreceptors. So that is our next step. There are other things also that are currently going on in the pipeline. The team can develop pretty much any cell of the body, and that's not the problem, right? I mean, we've grown beautiful lung organoids and brain organoids and all of that. How to productize those is where a lot of business comes in. So the idea is that over 10 years, as we start launching one product after another over time, we become smarter. And we become much more cost efficient, and that helps us provide affordable therapies for our patients.
Sure. And, you know, if you could sort of take us through what the business model would then look like, right? Are you clocking any revenues currently? If you are, where is it at? And, you know, what's the plan for this year?
So let's talk a little bit about the way business works is as it goes from phase 1, phase 2 onwards, you go on the hockey stick, which is normal. And just to give you a sense of the total market out there, dry AMD, the estimation of peak annual revenue for dry AMD, where you can reverse vision loss, is about $5 billion. So that's a large market, right? And there are two ways to do it. One is go commercial in India, which we are absolutely going to do. And the other is we're having conversations with people outside India to see if we should be licensing the therapy for them to take it through a milestone-based payment or take it ourselves. We're in no hurry because we have the capital now to make sure we make the right decisions.
So you have enough capital to make the right decisions. But, going back to Eyesight RPE, right? It is designed as an allogenic, scalable cell therapy. How will this enable broader patient access both in India and globally?
So and the reason why we started is you start with the philosophy and the purpose of the company, right? The purpose of the company was address large diseases with scale. In an allogenic product, you can create a large batch and keep it frozen for 3 to 4 years. And the same batch can be supplied to a lot of patients. So that way you automatically get a lot of scale. Everything that we do goes through the purpose of creating scale. And I think we've made a fantastic start in Eyesight RPA.
All right, Jogin, thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street. We're completely out of time, but we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you for having me.